She said it casually, like she was asking for salt. "I want to date others," she said. "But you can't." The kitchen clock ticked behind her, loud, judging. She waited for me to break, to bargain, to plead. She had rehearsed my desperation. I looked at her reflection in the black glass of the oven, at the woman who had learned my breathing patterns, my silences, my weaknesses. "Deal," I said. The word landed wrong, too clean, too easy. Her smile froze for half a second, just enough. That night, I didn't sleep. Not because I was hurt, because something in her tone told me this wasn't a request, it was a confession delivered too early. 3 days later I came home unannounced. The door was unlocked. I smelled garlic, butter, confidence. Someone was cooking. I stepped into my kitchen and saw him first, her college rival, the man she once mocked for his ambition, standing barefoot, wearing my shirt. He turned, smiled, like he belonged. She came out of the bedroom behind him. When she saw me, her knees gave out. She didn't scream, she didn't speak, she just collapsed, and in that moment, I knew. This had been planned long before the conversation. I didn't ask questions. Questions are for people who want lies dressed better. I helped her up, told him to finish cooking. I watched her closely, the way her hands shook, the way she avoided my eyes like a child avoiding punishment. She had always accused me of being emotionally distant, of loving control more than connection. She was right, but she misunderstood why. Control isn't about power over people, it's about power over outcomes. That night, she cried, apologized in fragments, said it just happened, said she felt invisible, said I was never there. Classic scripts. I'd read them before, not in books, in people. Over the next week, the world began to misalign. Her phone never left her hand. Her laugh changed, higher, performative. She started wearing clothes she never wore for me. And then there was my daughter-in-law. She called one afternoon, loud, sharp. "If you want to join Thanksgiving, come wash the dishes," she shouted, laughing with someone else on the line. I paused. She had never spoken to me like that before. But greed makes people bold. "I'll enjoy," I said, and hung up. That night, I checked our shared accounts. Money was moving, not stolen, repositioned. I smiled. They thought I was asleep at the wheel. I didn't confront, I observed. I watched her patterns, her exits, her lies, small, inefficient ones. I pulled phone records, matched timestamps. I ran a quiet background check on him. Debt, academic failure, an ego starving for proximity to wealth. Perfect. I booked a villa in Switzerland, transferred assets, created distance, not emotionally, financially. Then I waited. On Thanksgiving, I stayed away. They posted photos, smiling, toasting, my daughter-in-law wearing gold she couldn't afford. I uploaded one photo, just one. The villa, snow, glass walls, firelight, silence, no caption. My phone rang 71 times. I didn't answer. That night, my wife asked me softly, "Are you leaving me?" I looked at her. "I already left," I said. The final piece arrived by courier, printed, signed, undeniable. I laid it on the table between us. She didn't touch it. Her eyes scanned the first page, then the second. Her breath stuttered. "You tested?" she whispered. I nodded. Not the child, the finances, the communications, the timeline, everything. Her affair hadn't started months ago. It had started years ago, before the promotions, before the house. She hadn't married me for love. She had married me for trajectory. She cried then, loud, ugly, said she was scared, said she didn't think I'd ever notice. That hurt more than the betrayal. She thought I was blind. I didn't yell, didn't threaten. I invited them all over instead. Her, him, my daughter-in-law. Dinner was quiet. Then I slid envelopes across the table. Eviction notices, account freezes, termination letters. I had funded everything, their comfort, their arrogance. I watched their faces as realization settled. My wife reached for me. I stood. "You wanted to date others," I said calmly. "I wanted the truth." I turned to him. "You wanted my life," I added. "You couldn't even afford my shirt." He said nothing. I picked up my coat, Behind me, someone sobbed, someone begged. I didn't turn around. In Switzerland, the air is thin, clean. There are no echoes here, no lies bouncing off walls. Sometimes I think about her, not with anger, with clarity. Betrayal isn't loud, it's efficient, and so is justice. I didn't crush her with rage. I crushed her by letting her see how replaceable she was. My phone doesn't ring anymore, and for the first, neither does my heart.